It's another wild winter here in Wisconsin, and it's very, very cold outside. Find out why this chilly weather is actually good for cranberry production. Plus, have you ever had a conversation with a bird or held a chinchilla? Well, we'll take you to a place where you can do just that. Then, our show is Going to the Birds, but in a way that our feather friends will love. Finally, we'll get up close and personal with the prickly prince of the wilderness. Buckle up, it's time to head into the outdoors.
Hey, hey, hey! Do you hear the call? Yeah! Into the outdoors! Chores are done, let's have some fun! There's so much to do and see! The outdoors is the place to be! Into the outdoors! Come explore with me, it's a philosophy! Free fun without more! And the outdoors really has it all! The outdoors! Earth and sky and the wet and wild. Jump in and you will see. There's no place that you'd rather be. Into the outdoors!
It's winter. The cranberries have all been harvested, and the machinery has all been put away. But that doesn't mean the work is done for Wisconsin's cranberry growers. Actually, it's just beginning. In order to produce another successful cranberry crop next fall, this is the time of year when the growers go on cold watch. Basically, that means they keep a close eye on the weather forecasts, hoping for a stretch of extremely cold temperatures. Okay, you're probably wondering why anyone would wish for cold weather. Let me explain. Cranberries are a perennial crop, meaning they continue to grow year after year on the same vines. But these vines need to be protected from our state's harsh winter weather. So once it gets cold enough for long enough, say around 0 degrees for a daytime temperature and 15 to 20 below for a nighttime temperature, for 3 to 10 days, the cranberry beds are flooded with water, which quickly freezes, forming a protective coat of ice around the vines. This is Jacob from Copper River Cranberry Company. Hi, Jacob.
Hi, Cindy. I'm glad you could visit us today.
Me too. Okay, I know that in the winter you need to flood the beds in order to freeze the cranberry vines. But what I want to know is how the ice protects the vines instead of killing them.
Well, the ice acts like a shield barrier from the cold winter dehydrating winds. Kind of acts like a coat on me and you.
Some cranberry growers flood their beds a little bit at a time to allow a thick layer of ice to form over several days. But others flood their beds all at once, allowing a layer of ice to form at the top, and then pull the water out from underneath the ice. The ice has another use as well.
The ice is also used for driving dump trucks on so we can spread the sand.
Once the beds are frozen over, it's time for sanding. Sanding is a common winter practice which helps enable the vines to grow strong and healthy. Dump trucks are driven out onto the ice, spreading a thin layer of sand onto the ice behind them. Then in the spring, once the ice melts, the sand will settle onto the surface of the cranberry beds. So why do the growers spread sand on the beds?
Well, the sand helps to keep the bed nice and level when we run our harvest equipment over it so it's not so bumpy. And then it also covers up any disease or bugs or anything that can hurt the vines. And it also helps new plants to grow.
So it's like extra protection for the vines?
Yes, it is.
Cool. Winter is also the time when cranberry growers go into the shop to work on their equipment. So what are the growers working on right now?
Well, they're working on a tractor with a snowplow in front. They use this plow to pull off the beds so we can sand on them.
Many growers also make modifications to machinery in order to better meet their cranberry farming needs, while others invent new equipment. Do you make any of your own equipment?
Yeah, we make our own sanding, harvesting, fertilizing equipment.
Wow, so you guys make a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Is it specific to just this cranberry field?
Yes, it is.
Cool. It's not all work in the winter, though. Cranberry growers and their families do get to take some time to enjoy the beautiful land they live on. They look like they're having fun. I think I'm gonna go join them. Bye.
Hey there, it's Autumn, and I've got a viewer question that's gonna heat things up a bit.
Greta from Rhinelander writes,
How do birds that don't fly south for the winter survive during extreme
extremely cold temperatures?
Great question, Greta. And I'm sure your feathered friends will be happy to know that you're looking out for them all year round.
While some birds migrate for the winter, others tough it out. And they have quite a unique way of dealing with the cold.
Many birds go into what's called regulated hypothermia at night. That may sound scary because to you and me, hypothermia can be fatal.
For birds, it means they have the ability to lower their body temperatures, heart rates, and general body functions, allowing them to conserve energy. This is known as torpor. It's similar to hibernation, except it lasts for a shorter period of time. Birds need to eat lots of food during the day to sustain their torpor state and fuel the shivering that heats them at night.
But it's tough for birds to find food when the temperature drops, especially in places where there's snow. That's where you and I come in.
During the winter, make sure to fill the bird feeders in your backyard with food that's high in protein and fat, which are excellent sources of energy. Suet, which is a high-energy, pure-fat bird food, is a perfect substitute for insects, and most birds love it. Black oil sunflower seeds also attract many kinds of birds, and they're full of fat and protein. Peanuts are another good option for feeding birds during the cold winter months. When it's cold, birds can definitely use the protein that peanuts provide. Don't forget water. Bird baths should be heated to keep water from freezing, and the water should be changed often to make sure it's clean. Finally, you want to make sure there's somewhere in your yard for birds to take cover, especially when it's cold. Providing shelter like trees and bushes, and especially bird houses, will keep a variety of birds coming back to your yard year after year.
There's a lot you can do to help out your feathered friends all year round. For lots of great ideas, go to our website and keep sending in those fabulous questions. See you later!
Learn more about how birds and cranberries brave the cold by heading to intotheoutdoors.org. And don't go away. When we come back, we'll meet some of the coolest creatures in the world without ever leaving Wisconsin.
Don't go